Hello there. Greetings and hello there to all the Star Wars children far and wide and weird and fine. Hey, do the liking and subscribing with our boy over there, Red 5, Nooch. Everybody's been talking about this. The Leviathan is coming to the game. Arnold did a huge video on it yesterday. It's a great video. Go watch that thing. Talking about, you know, it basically, get your wallets out. The Leviathan is coming to the game. And probably by the end of this conquest, they'll have announced a farm date for it. All the ships will be available and etc. Meaning the end of this conquest. So 3 conquest iterations from now. So 2 months plus whatever. And people have been asking me on the channel, so you know, a lot of my community, or a big portion of my community, is early to mid gamers, people that have started the game recently, people that are into that 2, 3, 4 million range of the game, you know, and they don't have Executor debt. Should I keep farming Executor, or is my Executor going to be made irrelevant with the Leviathan coming out? I even had somebody go as far to say that they did. They were like, yeah, the Executor's going to be irrelevant in 3 months. Just like, no. Your Executor is not irrelevant now. It won't be irrelevant for a long, long time, if ever. And the first thing I would say, we're going to talk about the Leviathan, the Fury Class Interceptor, the Conquest needed, etc., how the kind of players that'll be getting Leviathan here in Galaxy of Heroes. But first, let me say this. To anyone who's thinking that the Executor is going to be irrelevant, I think it's a small population out there, but it has been said to me a couple of times. I don't know if it's the same guy or not, but are the Negotiator and Malevolence irrelevant now? I mean, heck, right now, the Chimera and the Executrix are extremely relevant because those ships can take out the Executor when you've got the TIE Interceptor and the TIE Defender on them. Or you look at the Finalizer, which is extremely relevant because it counters the Executor directly. So saying the Executor is going to be irrelevant is gross and irresponsible. But then a better question is, should I keep farming the Executor? Because there's another capital ship coming out, the Leviathan, and Capital Games has clearly said they believe, or they want it to be the meta fleet in the game. And I hear that. Because right now the Executor and the Profundity, Executor and Profundity are the meta fleets in the game. There are counters for them, but they are the meta. So when this one comes out, it's going to be the meta. Should you even keep farming the Executor? Or what? Should you stop that? Should you change your farming plans? My brief answer is no, keep farming the Executor. And let's talk about that right now. And Profundity for that matter. Keep farming those ships. So, number one, I think I said this a minute ago, but, hey man, everybody's using the Malevolence and the Negotiator, and even the Chimera and the Executrix right now. These fleets don't become irrelevant, they just take on different roles when bigger fleets come out. You know, I realize that that's not the case maybe necessarily in Fleet Arena, but how long is it going to be before people have the Leviathan in your Fleet Arena? Well, if you were at the end of the game, now let me pull out a little table. I made a little chart here. I'm pretty proud of this little chart. Table, chart, whatever you want to call it. Graph. It's a graph. That's what it is. It's a graph. Now, is this based on any data? No, it's based on my common sense and my experience of playing this game for 7 years and knowing what's out there and knowing that you have to open your wallet to get the Leviathan. You have to be an end gamer who can get a red crate 3 times. You have to get the red crate 3 times, or a gold crate plus the Conquest Pass 3 times in Conquest to get the Fury Class Interceptor unlocked. And there's 2 more Sith ships coming, which you'll need to, if you're going to farm those on, I can never remember what it's called. What are oh, wait. Galactic Chase, right? I'm getting it right. Anyway. You're going to do probably Galactic Chase for these 2. Is that right? I'm going to look it up right now. Hold on. Let's see. 7GBH Galactic Chase. Is that right? It is Galactic Chase. Thank you. I'd like to say thank you to my family and children. My old man brain has remembered was. Anyway, probably those 2 extra Sith ships that we see here. It's a weird morning already. Sith ships. The Sith ships that are available. So these Sith ships, say it 3 times fast. Sith ships, Sith ships, Sith ships, Sith ships. It's tough to say. These 2 ships are coming soon. We don't know what they are. A lot of people don't have these ships upgraded. But boys and girls, when the Leviathan originally releases here in 2 to 3 months, it's going to be whales only. Whales only. And if you look at the table here, that means now if we look at Grand Arena, as like a measurement of how advanced your account is, which generally speaking it is. I realize there are people that are playing Grand Arena above, you know, like myself. I'm punching up on Grand Arena, so I'm in like Erodium 2 or 3, and I've been there for a long time with an account that others might be, you know, Erodium 5 or even Chromium, but there are people that punch down because they don't play that much. But generally speaking, where you fall in the Grand Arena spectrum indicates how advanced your roster is. So I was just looking at this Leviathan utility chart. You could probably call this the initial Leviathan utility chart, or you can even look at this if you put a calendar in here over time how to work. But initially, in Carbonite and Bronzium, in that level, you know, up to like 3 million, you're even probably up to 4 million. You're not going to be seeing the Leviathan on accounts that are under 4 million. Reason being, under 4 million, you cannot play hard Conquest, and you will not be unlocking the Fury class Interceptor the moment that Conquest ends. So anybody under 4 million, you're not playing hard Conquest. And even then, when you get up into like Chromium and Erodium, we're going to see a bunch of 4 million accounts. The vast majority of players are not going to have the Fury class Interceptor unlocked, the Leviathan fully paid for and done and completed right when this Conquest ends. You know, 3 months, 6 months, whatever. You're not really going to see activity. You can see it just ramps up here as you get through Kyber. Kyber 1 and Kyber 2, if you're in Kyber 1 and Kyber 2, get ready for the Leviathan in your face every Grand Arena. You're just going to have to deal with it, and if you're not paying the cash to get it, that's your choice, and that's fine. Everybody makes their choices. Be prepared to see it on defense or on offense, wherever it fits. It's going to be smacking you in the face in Grand Arena, so be prepared for that if you're in Kyber 1 or 2 immediately. Kyber 3, 4, it's probably going to be a 6 to 9 month period, because over time, you know, people unlock the ability to unlock these ships. So this is my new graph right here. Graph. So 6 to 9 months down the road, more people will pay a little bit of money here and there, unlock it, you know, pay 475 Conquest currency to get it unlocked, the Fury class Interceptor. They'll get these ships finished as they kind of farm them a little more slowly than the whales, or the Kraken, so to speak. Then your whales and dolphins get it 6 to 9 month range. Then what happens is, as we move forward, and we'll take this, we'll leave that to you. You get the idea of the table. I'll bring it back here in a minute. But, you know, when we get down the road and we get to, like a year from now, because probably, I think the cadence is 10 months, right? So 10 months after the character releases, boom, maybe it's 11 months, it's in Proving Grounds, right? So anybody at 4 million or above can get it in Proving Grounds. And so you're going to start to see people that maybe have 150, 200 shards of the Fury class Interceptor start to farm it in Proving Grounds maybe 10, 11 months from now. And maybe they've bought some shards along the way. So they'll start unlocking this ship right here in like a year from now. A full year from now. That's when you'll start to see people maybe during that year they've had time to farm these other Sith ships and get them unlocked and get them ready to go. And so a year from now, so I think you're going to see a little boom. You're going to see like a baby boom. After World War II, we had a big baby boom because all the soldiers came home, started making babies. Sorry for all the children out there. Now your parents have to explain where babies come from. So about a year from now, you start seeing a boom, and then it'll keep going, and there'll be a steady. So you've got at least a year before you see this thing. If you're not in Kyber 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, if you're not in Kyber right now, you've got about a year before you start to see this thing pop up in your fleet arenas at all. So don't be concerned about that. Don't stop your Executor farm anyway. Right now, I'm in Erodium 2 and 3 on my main account. At least half my opponents don't have Executor or Profundity in their lineup. It's crazy. It's shocking to me, but they don't have it. So if you think those people are going to have Leviathan, you got another thing coming, man. You don't want to go smoke those death sticks. So the Leviathan, guys, it's not going to make the Executor irrelevant. Ever, probably. The Executor is going to be relevant for a long, long time. Now, will it be in the meta? Immediately speaking, for people that have been playing the game for 4 or 5 years or more, they're going to see Leviathans in your fleet arena immediately. They're going to be there. People have been playing the game for 2 or 3 years or less. It's going to be a lot more rare. You'll probably see one now and then, but for the most part, you're not going to see Leviathans in your fleet arena for 9 months, 12 months, somewhere in that range. And then they're still going to be sparing. It's going to be a long time for people in the game to farm this Leviathan up. And you think along the way, there's going to be more capital ships. There's going to be a lot more stuff coming, Relic 10s down the road. So, hey guys, what I'm saying is, don't alter your early or mid-game Executor farms because the Leviathan is coming out. Don't think of the Executor as a ship that's going, or a fleet that's going away. It's going to be completely relevant. You're going to want it in there, so don't alter what you're doing with your Executor farm because the Leviathan has been announced. I just want to encourage you for that. It's not like the old meta squad arenas used to be, where everybody boom paid for it at the beginning. This is it's not just a paywall. It's also like an experience wall. You know, it's at 4 million proving grounds. You're probably going to be a lot, more like 5 or 6 million with a crate. Anyway. Don't stop your Executor farms. They're still really important. They're going to help you a lot. You're going to be much better off with the game by having Executor in your lineup, and then you can work on the Leviathan or Profundity or a Galactic Legend or whatever down the road. I hope this helps you guys think through it. You know, everybody on the channel, this isn't changing a lot for you as early to mid gamers. We'll see what it changes down the road. It's going to be hopefully be a lot of fun fleet to unlock. We'll watch Arnold and others unlock it immediately. We'll get it down the road. We'll farm it responsibly as we move forward in the game in Galaxy of Heroes. Everyone, enjoy your families. Love those who love you. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon, and always remember, Nooch too good.